I literally do not understand why people are against choice when there's so many success stories like mine. My child tried traditional, it did not work. Charter school saved his life, and I'm just grateful for it. Terrion is my miracle baby. Didn't know that I was able to have a child and happened to have him. So with Terrion growing up, literally just the sweetest, most humblest child that you'll ever meet. Always very passionate about life and nature and other people and doing the greatest good. At a 6-year-old, like, can you imagine? Say, hey, mom, let's do the greatest good. Absolutely, we can. When he started going to Jackson Public Schools, we were thrilled at the opportunity for him to explore who he was, to learn new things. Everything was on a positive note. But when he got in, I would say first, second grade, it started to kind of turn because the school he was going to, the teachers were literally in and out every couple of months. It was horrible. He went from being very outspoken and energetic to very reclusive. So when I spoke with the principal about it, she said, well, yeah, a lot of the teachers are younger, and what they do is they graduate. They use that school kind of as a starter school, right? And so that kind of led to a lot of turnovers with the children, which led to Terrion having separation anxiety. To see that, his father and I, to see that was just heartbreaking because you don't really know your resources. It's not a lot of information out there. So there was no group, there was no parent that I could actually just go to talk to say, hey, my son is having issues with the school because of X, Y, and Z. What can we do? So it was unnerving. It was heartbreaking. After, I would say, a month of just seeing him cry every single day because he didn't want to go to school, we had to have a real conversation. So I spoke with my husband. I said, do we move him to another school? Do we go this way or that way? What do we do? And before we could get an answer to that question, we were kicked out, right? So now we're homeless. Now we're dealing with a son that feels out of place. And we're dealing with homelessness. And we're dealing with, I lost my job as well not too long after that. So we were just in that U-Haul truck. It was such a dark place of not knowing what to do, not being informed, not knowing the options, right? Because it wasn't broadcasted the way it should have been. Very bleak. So it just took the life out of me. And then that one day, we got a hotel, and I was upstairs. They were asleep. I was upstairs just praying for that comfort, praying for a way. And something said, go downstairs. To go to that computer, to type in alternatives to public school, right? And it was literally as simple as that. So that's why when a lot of people say, well, there's no resources, I don't know. Google knows everything for the most part, right? That's what they made it for. So to go and just literally type alternative public schools, Jackson, Mississippi, Midtown popped up, Smilo Prep popped up, and I was like, charter schools? What's a charter school? But I saw a light, right, in that darkness. And so to be able to see that I could kind of customize the experience rather than it being just cookie cutter, because everybody is different. You can't approach education one way for everyone. It doesn't appeal to everyone like that. That day we went to the school. Mr. Parkinson met us at the door. He's like me, happy-go-lucky. Hi, good morning. I was like, oh, somebody like me, right? So we stayed there for about 2 hours. I asked all of the questions I could ever ask because I wanted to know this charter school thing. So it was just great. I met the teachers. We sat into classrooms to kind of see the flow of things. I think we ate lunch with them too. And Terrion was with us. And so afterwards, we asked, how do you like the charter school? What do you want to do? He was ready to go the very next day, like, let's go. I don't want to go back to my school. I want to go to this school. So it was transformative. When you see acceptance in your child, you see he's ready for the day. You see all of this opportunity. You see he's carving a path to his education and being supported by the people around him. It was just completely unbelievable compared to before, where I'm dragging him out of the house. The curriculum at the school allowed Terrion to progress slowly. When children are coming from a traditional public school to Midtown, they do like a ramp up to that curriculum. So they allow about a month or two for the transition, then they take a test, kind of like a STAR test to see where their level is, right? And if they level up, then they can kind of ramp up to the next phase of that. If they are regressive, then they kind of just stabilize them there until they're able to ramp up. So I really love that about them. Even in the middle school campus, they are very careful. They want to know about the child. Where are you coming from? What issues do you have? Do you need support? Do we need to bring someone in? Are you okay with this or that? So they're really, really good at knowing each and every child. The student is no longer a number on a sheet. It's an actual person. Started Midtown, very withdrawn. And I would say within that 5th grade year, he just exploded with all of this positivity and wanted to do all of this stuff. So Terrion tried out for the band that year. He tried out for basketball that year as well, but he was playing football. Last year, he did Mr. Midtown. He did not tell his father and I until like 2 weeks before. He was like, hey, I'm doing a thing. And I said, what thing are you doing? Oh, I'm going for Mr. Midtown. What? Not you? And he did amazing. He gave a speech. The teachers, the staff, and the students were standing, just clapping. With life, there's choice. Why not education, right? Because like I said before, it's not a cookie cutter operation, right? It's literally a situation that allows you to be customized. And so allowing the community, the ability to say, let's try private school here, let's try public school for this, and let's do charter school for this. Why wouldn't that be an amazing opportunity for everyone to take part of? It gave me a voice. It made me become the advocate that I am now. That one search, that one feeling of being led. And a lot of us are led, but we don't follow often. And to be able to have the wherewithal to say, I'm not going to stand for failure. We're going to make it. I just pray he goes somewhere because his mental capacity is amazing. He got the trophy for leadership at Midtown. If that's not telling, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know, like he's an amazing child. And I feel like wherever he chooses to go, whether it's Valley or whether it's Bethune or whether it's anywhere, that he's just gonna be a trendsetter. He's gonna be that cream of the crop that's gonna rise to the top. He's planning, and I told him the sky's the limit. There's no cap to your life. Your life can be as great as you need it to be. You can manifest everything. Just keep going.